Hi everyone, I'm getting ready to set up for my Friday Folds class. I'll be with you shortly. Hi Fran, hi Julie. Hi Carol. I'm glad you guys are with me on a Friday night. There's nothing else better to do than to watch somebody stamp, right? Hi Kathy. I love seeing you guys. Okay, we're going to get started. Just wanted to let you know, I think this is my 4th live video this week. If you missed any of them, you can go back and view them on my page. I used the Stamparatus yesterday, which was a lot of fun. Oh, good, Carol. I'm glad it's the highlight of your day. I love hearing that. So let's get started. I'm going to mix things up a little bit tonight. Believe it or not, we as demonstrators started showing celebration products and occasions catalog products back in December. Hi Pam. And I'm getting a little tired of using the same stamp sets for the last 4 months. So we're going to do something different. We're going to do a masculine card tonight. And it's going to be a pop out window fancy fold. So this is my card. This is the front. When you open it, it pops out like this, and then the circle goes from front to the open position. Isn't that neat? And this is what it looks like from above. So as you can see, we're gluing right here on the end, and we're gluing a little strip on the inside there. So I'm going to show you how to do that tonight. So we're using the One Wild Ride stamp set. I'm using the motorcycle, the banner, and let me see, I'm using the birthday wishes to the leader of the pack sentiment. And then I'm using this little splotchy, I'm going to call this, it's either dirt or smoke, whichever way you want to use it. So for cardstock, I'm using Early Espresso, 8.5 by 5.5, Whisper White, 5.5 by 6.5, Crumb Cake, 5.25 by 4. I see a lot of positive comments about a masculine card. That's a good thing. This is the Best Badge Punch. Now for circles, I'm using 2 sizes. I've gone ahead and cut the Whisper White. That one measures 2.5 inches. This is from the Layering Circles dies. This one is going to be used on the front of the card, and it's a 3-inch circle. So if you don't have dies and you have punches that size, that works. Oh, Kathy, that's neat that your hubby owns a Harley. This would be perfect. And then we're using the scallop from the Layering Circles. Measures 2 7/8 inches round. And I've gone to cut ahead on the Early Espresso. So let me move these aside. We need a pumpkin pie scrap to do the badge, a Whisper White scrap, and then for ink, we're using Early Espresso. So let me move all of this stuff aside. So the first thing we're going to do is the stamping on the crumb cake. Hi, Julie. Hi, Barb. Now, let me put the card here so you can see how, what I did is I partially stamped the motorcycle on each side because we're going to cut the middle out. So we're going to start right here. And I'm trying to leave some of it, not go too deep so that it doesn't get cut out, so you can see some of the motorcycle. And then we're going to bring in the little splotchy image. So again, I don't know if you want to use this as like dirt flying, you know, when they're peeling out. Or it could also be used as smoke. And let me do one more right here. Now I'm going to bring in the Early Espresso. Oh, I love that you guys love this card already, and I'm just getting started. I am kind of on the weird side. I like to make masculine cards. They're actually my favorite. Okay, I just scored that at 4 1/4. I just find them so easy, and I hear a lot of people that say the masculine cards are the hardest for them. Okay, now I'm going to glue this in place on the front. And then now I'm going to bring in my big shot so I can cut the circle in the center. And I'm actually going to open up the card because I just want the 2 front layers. And I'm cutting this right in the center. And I usually go frontwards and backwards a couple times because I am doing 2 layers. Hi Diane, hi Sue. So as you can see, this very easily cut through both layers, and then you can keep these to do something else with. You know us stampers, we don't waste anything. Now on the white, all I did was stamp the little splotchy image, and I just kind of filled in the circle because most of it's going to be covered with the banner anyway. Now I'm going to bring in the pumpkin pie, and we're going to stamp the banner. And I don't know if you noticed, there's a little white, the journey is white here. That's because I stamped this twice. And let me get my scissors. And what I did is I cut this one out by hand, so just a little bit of fussy cutting. I love that splotch stamp too, Julie. I actually have a customer that calls it dirt, the dirt stamp. It does kind of look like dirt. Okay, so there's my little journey. I'm going to cut out the banner. I like this banner punch because you can use the little scallops right here. If you go to in a continuous line, you can make a scallop like a border layer with that. So now I'm going to bring in the liquid glue, and I'm going to glue that in the front. See what a difference that makes by just adding that layer? It really pops because of the white lettering. Okay, now I'm going to bring in stamping dimensionals, and we're going to glue that in the center of the circle. I'm using Harley Davidson colors too. I'm not a motorcycle person. I've never ridden on one, but I thought probably some of you guys would, and I thought I'll stick with the Harley Davidson colors. Okay, that's going to go in the middle of my scallop. Okay, so we have the front done. We have this part ready to go. All we have left to do is the white piece. I'm going to bring in my scoring tool. And we're scoring on the 6.5 inch side. We're scoring at 1/2 inch, 2.5, and 4.5. Easy fractions this time. No 1/16 or quarter. Okay, now we're going to fold this. And as you can see, the little white, the 1/2 inch strip is going to go right here on the inside. And we're going to do accordion fold. But now we're going to stamp the inside. Hi Kim, better late than never, that's fine. You know I always welcome you, whether you're early or late, because you can watch this again later. There's my motorcycle. I just love the way this motorcycle stamps. It's so vivid. Now we're going to stamp the sentiment. And then we're going to add a little bit more dirt. Okay, and that's all we're doing on the inside. How easy is that? Oh, my hubby's on. Hello, hubby. Yes, I'm a very lucky lady, I know. You're a very lucky man, too. Now, I'm using liquid glue on this because I always do when you have a lot of movement in a card. I don't want it to come apart, so that's why I use liquid glue. I know someone was asking last week, how do I know which glue to use? It depends on the situation. Oh, I just smeared that. I should have waited a little bit. Okay, so this end is glued in place. Now, when we glue this one, we're actually just going to fold this down like that. And we just want to glue on the two ends. We don't want to add glue here because it'll be sticky where it stands out. So I'm just going to put a little on each end. Press this down. And then our circle goes right here, and we just want the glue on this side of the score line. So let me just press that in place for a second. So as you can see on this one, you don't glue it to this part because if you do, it won't flip this way if you do that. Okay. See how that flips over? So that's my card for tonight. Let me open this one. Now the only thing is this doesn't open flat, as you can see. This is as far as it'll go. But it stands very nicely. So somebody could actually display it this way, where you could see the whole thing, or you can display it this way. So either way it works. I hope you like my card. And I don't know what I've got lined up for next week yet. I'm sure I'm going to be popping in. I want to do another Stamparatus video sometime during the week. So I'll let you know ahead of time. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Thanks so much for stopping by. Have a good night.